Hello and welcome to the first week of Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat is a reading competition made by Kaimleta and Bold Reads PT. They are two book Instagram people that I follow, and they've been doing this competition for a few years now. I participated last year, but I didn't really take it too seriously. I don't think I even gave my how many points I had at the end. I don't think I told them to Kaimleta, which usually you're supposed to do at the end, and I don't think I did. So I didn't take it serious at all. But this year the stakes are higher because the winner of this competition will get a 50 euro voucher to the Greta bookstore, which is a bookstore in Portugal that sells only books written by women, which is really cool. It's the first bookstore that we have like that in Lisbon, if I'm not wrong about this. And also, and the thing I'm most excited about, the winner also gets a Kobo, which I really want. In fact, I was gonna ask for a Kobo for Christmas. So if I can get it for free, then that's even more ideal. So that's why I want to do good this time. The plan is to win, and we're gonna do our best, I swear. This competition takes place during the whole month of October, so it's from the 1st of October to the 31st, and there's a bunch of challenges in the middle. I don't know if we're gonna participate in all of the challenges because these challenges, they are like, you can participate if you want to or not. And there's a few. Let me show you this. Here is the weekly agenda, the weekly schedule. This is in Portuguese, sorry about that. It's made by Portuguese bookstagrammers, but I'll try to translate everything. So basically on Sundays we get a dilemma, and these are the ones that I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna participate in, because dilemmas basically, let me show you what they look like actually. Okay, so I'm on Kaimleta's Instagram. We're gonna call her Elga, okay? Because that's her name, and it's just easier than trying to pronounce Kaimleta every single time. So we're on Elga's Instagram, and she said that we have this year, the team for this year's competition is Masquerade Ball. So that's how it starts. That's the theme for this year. Last year was Haunted Mansion, I think it was. I don't remember. I think it was. I'm not completely sure. And this is the first week in the challenge. I think this is the dilemma for the first week. So we have the recent. How do you say this? I don't know. See, if she sees this, it's gonna be very bad because she's a translator, and I'm trying to translate this in the best way that I can. However, I am clearly not doing a good job. Translate. What would you call this? The enclosure? Okay, so first week we have the enclosure. And the first. Wait, where is it? The first dilemma of the week. Here it is. It says, organizing a masquerade ball, it's a lot of work. So, we need to start with the most important part, the enclosure. After looking around in a lot of spaces, you find yourself with two options. But careful, one of them might end up not being what it looks like. And then we have the two options. Here they are. So you choose one, you have 24 hours to choose one of the choices. And then depending on what you choose, you will either gain points or lose points. So for this in specific, we have, in which one of these places would you have your masquerade ball? An old mansion or an abandoned theater? Now, the fact that we can lose points doing these, it's the thing that's stopping me from wanting to actually do the dilemmas. I don't think I'm gonna risk it. I really, really want to win. And in case there's like a catastrophic dilemma where I lose a bunch of points, I don't think I could. I think that would demotivate me a lot. So I'm not gonna do that, okay? we're not gonna participate in dilemmas. I can show you what the dilemmas are, and we'll see what the answers were, like what you would get, what you wouldn't get, just to make this video in particular a little bit funner. So for this one in specific, not that I'm taking part in this, I'm not, I'm just saying hypothetically, if I were to choose one of these two options, not that I am, but hypothetically, I'd probably go for the abandoned theater. just because I feel like that would make such a cool masquerade ball, right? Like such a cool location. That is the only reason. No, I'm not choosing though. I'm not participating. If Elga, if you're watching this, I'm not participating. Okay, I'm just saying hypothetically. I'm not actually choosing. Okay, that's it. Right. So that's the thing on Sundays. I'm not gonna participate in. We're gonna know the answers on Mondays. Then on Tuesdays we got an enigma, which I'm not sure what it is usually. Oh wait, no, I know what it is actually. This is the thing that I could not. I'm too dumb for the enigmas. Okay, we tried to do these last year. I was doing it with my best friend who was also participating. We were trying to figure out what the answer was for these enigmas. Like you basically get like a riddle almost, and you need to solve what the riddle is and put it into a drive, and after you solve it you get points for solving it basically. But I'm not smart enough for this. I do not have the brain cells for this, so I'm gonna try and do it, but most likely we're not gonna get any of them. Don't expect much from that, okay? I make no promises. Then on Thursdays we have extra candy. Extra candy, I'm not sure what this is. I don't remember this from last year. This might be new, but I'm guessing that we just have like an extra little activity. So on sometime this week, I'm not sure when it was. I think it was either yesterday or on Friday. We had an extra enigma. Not an extra enigma, an extra candy task, which was publishing your TBR for the challenge on Instagram, and you'd get 15 extra candy. And I did that, so I got extra candy to begin with. So I'm guessing it's gonna be challenges like that. Then on Friday we have Happy Hour, which again, no idea what it is, but I'm gonna guess that there'll be a certain time in the day where however many pages you read, you're doubling them. That's my guess. Then on Saturday we have Bingo or the Lightning Challenge, which again, I have no idea what it is. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what these are. Now, as for the rules and besties, you're gonna see I have. Where is my. Okay, besties. I have written down a plan on what we're gonna do to win this. So let me read you what we're gonna do. Basically, you can read like graphic novels, mangas, you can read fan fiction, you can read children's books and all of that. So like poetry, manga, graphic novels, children's books, that all of those count for half the points. So instead of getting, imagine a children's book has 40 pages, instead of getting 40 candy, or we call points in here candy, so instead of getting 40 candy, you're gonna get 20 candy. However, you get 20 extra points every time you start a new book, and 40 extra points every time you end a new book. Therefore, in these points, I have confirmed you don't need to count only half, so you'll count the whole thing for those points. Therefore, you'll always win 60 points no matter what. This is what we're gonna do to win points. Because let's be honest, I'm not a fast reader. I'm never gonna be a fast reader. So I need to work with what I can get. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna read a bunch of kids' books, because those books are so small and so easy to read. So we're gonna be able to get through quite a few in a day, and we'll gain more points through that. So that's the main strategy, is we're gonna read kids' books. I've already read a few today. I'll show you which ones I've read in a bit. Then also, let me actually grab what I've written. So strategy plan: read children's books, graphic novels, and manga, because even though they are only worth half, we will always add 60 points for each book. And it's worth your time more, because it takes me less time to read one than if it's like a normal like fiction book, you know? So in like the time that you would read a fiction book, you can read like 2 or 3 of these, and you'll gain more points that way. Then I also added, it's more worth your time if they are very small books with around 30 pages each, because if you choose like, I mean, I guess you could argue that it's not, but if you read a book that has only 30 pages, it'll take you like a few minutes. Whereas if you read a book that has like 100 pages and it takes you like an hour, right? Then you'll only be able to count 50 points out of that, while from the other you counted 15. However, you can read a few of those in an hour and you'll count, if not the same amount of points, then more points. And you're still gonna get more because you still get 60 from starting a new book. So it's worth more points in the end. Do you get it? Do you get it? So that's one of the plans. Then we're gonna count every single fanfiction that we read, no matter how small it is. Even if it's only worth like a page or something, we're gonna count it. Now, how are we counting fanfiction? You might be wondering. So I actually asked Elga how to count fanfiction, and she said, she told me to do whatever I felt was best. So this is the way I'm counting it, okay? I'm not sure if everyone is counting it like this. I know my best friend, Claudia, she's also participating. I know she's counting it like this because I told her this was how I was gonna do it, and she liked the way I'm doing it, so she's doing the same way. Basically, I'm only counting fanfiction that I'm reading on AO3, simply because it will make the maths much easier, because AO3 counts fanfiction in words. So the way we're gonna do it is, in average, and I Google this, you can Google it yourself if you want. In average, a page has from around 250 words to 333 words. That's the average. So I put it like somewhat in the middle. I put it in 300 words per page. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna divide the number of words by 300, and that will give us the page. So for example, this morning I read this fanfiction, The Boy Who Live Streamed. It's about Harry Potter being a live streamer, a Twitch live streamer. I don't think that focused, but yeah, I read that in the morning. It was 11,072 words, and then I divided that by 300, and that gives us 36.9 pages, which I've rounded up to 37. I thought it just would make more sense. Then, like, it would make more sense to round it to 37 than 36, right? So I rounded to 27. So that's that. And then we gain 20 points for starting it and 40 points for finishing it. So that means, just from that fanfiction alone, we got 37 plus 20 plus 40, which is 97 points. Just from that fanfiction alone. That's how I'm counting fanfiction. I'm gonna try and choose especially if it's at nighttime, because I mostly read fanfiction to fall asleep. So I'm mostly gonna choose like one-shot fanfiction that it's like super small, like super tiny, like 2,000 words or something like that, to make sure that I can start reading it and finish it on the day, just so it's easier to count. Or if I'm starting a multi-chaptered fanfiction, I'm always gonna end at the end of like whatever chapter I'm reading. I'm not gonna like just stop in the middle, because it's so much harder to count. And for those fanfictions that are multi-chaptered, the way I'm gonna do it is, so let me grab a multi-chapter fanfiction to show it to you. Am I even reading any? I am, aren't I? Again, yes. Okay, so here we have an example, again, by this person. It's not gonna focus, is it? Is it gonna focus? No, it's not. Okay. Fine, I guess I'll open AO3 on my computer, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna open the first one that has multi-chapters. We're gonna ignore the sheer size of this fucking thing. I'm never gonna read this. I mean, honestly, I'm tempted, but I'm probably never gonna read this, because this fanfiction has 5,881,226 words, and it's still being written. So yeah, I'm probably never reading this. Definitely we're not reading this for this challenge. But this was the first thing that appeared. So so this one, for example, it has 528 chapters. I know, a very small number of chapters, one might say. So the way I would do this, I would count every single chapter that I read, would be I would divide this number by this number, and that would give us how many words per chapter. And then we just base it. So if we read like 2 chapters, we would sum. You know what I'm trying to say? My brain is not mathing at the moment, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. You divide it by the number of chapters, then you get an average number, and you multiply that average number by how many chapters you read, and you divide it by 300 to get how many pages you've read. Sure, right? Does that make sense to everyone? I hope it does. That's what I'll be doing for chapter fanfictions. Right. Okay, moving on. Sundays are the days where I'm gonna read stuff like kids' books, mangas, graphic novels, I'm gonna just spend the whole day reading those type of books on Sundays. That's when we're gonna read the most when it comes to that. I think during the week we might try to read a few of those as well, but we're gonna focus more on our normal books, normal quote unquote, like normal fiction books that we're reading at the moment. But Sundays will be the days where we'll just read a shit ton of little tiny books. We're not gonna take a risk on the dilemmas because we could lose a lot of points. Normal audiobooks are worth all of the points. You don't need to count them in half or anything. So we're gonna listen to a bunch of tiny audiobooks. I found a bunch of audiobooks that are an hour long, like 2 hours, 3 hours. We're gonna listen to those that are up until 3 hours long, and we're gonna count all of the points from that. We're gonna listen to those while I'm making dinner, making lunch, like cleaning the house if I need to clean. 6, we're gonna try hard until dinner, but then after dinner, or from dinner onwards, we're just gonna relax. Because otherwise, I'm gonna go insane, and I need a part in my day where I'm not thinking about anything. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna read anything after dinner. It's just that we're not gonna be like in a rush to read a bunch of books. We're just gonna relax and read whatever we want to read, or not read anything if we don't want to read anything. So that's the plan. Then we're always gonna check whether the books are on Goodreads before starting them, just in case we're gonna start a book and then we don't know. Especially if we're reading ebooks, it's always easier if they're on Goodreads, because then you can know for sure how many pages you need to count, So we're always gonna check for ebooks, especially if they are on Goodreads, before we start them, because if they're not, then I'm not sure how to count them, And also at night, this is the thing I already said, at night stick to fanfiction I can read in a sitting. And that is the plan. That is my plan. It's my strategy plan for this whole thing. So let me tell you what I've read so far, because it's already 5 p.m. I've been awake since 9 a.m. today, and I know, it's a Sunday. I know, who is she? She woke up at 5 a.m.? 5 a.m.? 9 a.m., not 5 a.m. I'm not that crazy. That would be freaking insane. No, I've been awake since 9, which is not usual for me, especially on Sundays when I always wake up at 12. So, yes, basically I went to the Netherlands and I've come back a changed woman. Now I have my sleep schedule is it's normal. Can you believe that? It's gonna get fucked again when I start streaming again. I just haven't streamed anything this week, so that's why it is still good. Anyways, let me show you what I've read so far. I'm gonna put them on screen here, the pictures. Now I'm just gonna say a little bit of what they are about. Okay, starting with the fanfiction I read in the morning, The Boy Who Live Streamed by Anonymous. Basically, this takes place after the Battle of Hogwarts, and they've won the war and everything. Harry's already in an established relationship with Draco, and Harry is a live streamer on Twitch, and Draco is a YouTuber, a faceless YouTuber, and a simmer. So he's basically like Lil Simsy if Lil Simsy didn't show her face. And they live together, but they're not married yet, but they've been dating for 5 years. And it's just basically Harry takes you through Harry live streaming a bunch, and his relationship with Draco, and Harry's relationship with the Ministry, because he's always pissing off the Ministry. He's talking about edging on the statue of secrecy during his live streams, just randomly talking about shit that happened. So that's what it was. I really liked it. Gave it 4 out of 5 stars. So yeah, that's the first one. Read that as soon as I woke up. Almost made me go sleep again. Not because it was boring, but because I used fan fiction to fall asleep. So naturally, my brain wanted to go sleepies again. Next one. Let me open my Goodreads. Where is it? All of the others I've read on Libby or listened to on Libby. And they're almost all of them are children's books. So, first one I read was Julian is a Mermaid by Jessica Love. I've wanted to read this for a while now, actually, because a lot of people talked very nicely about this book. It's about Julian who wants to be. He's a boy, but he looks at these mermaids, like these women dressed in like pretty dresses, and he wants to be like them. So he puts on these, like this dress that he makes out of like a curtain and stuff, and yeah, and he goes out on the street with his grandma. It's really cute. I love the illustrations of it. It's adorable. I really, really love the illustrations. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read If We Were Gone, Imagining the World Without People by John Coy and Natalie Capanelli. I hope that's how you pronounce that. This is imagining what the world would look like if there were no more people on it, just like it says. It makes you think a bit, but at the same time it correlates with the project that I'm doing for like the university in the Netherlands. So it was very nice to see, especially because the teacher from the Netherlands, she's planning on taking this project to elementary schools, like homes for old people and stuff like that. So this is definitely a recommendation I'm gonna give to her for when she goes to primary schools, because it highly relates to our project and it's told in a very simple and nice way for kids. So really liked it. Really liked the illustrations as well. Give it a 5 out of 5. Then we have Hooray for You, A Celebration of Eunice by Maureen Richmond. I love the typography on this. Beautiful. It looks like collage. It's like a massive collage. Really, really liked it. It's just saying how it's that idea that who you are is perfect because you are unique in your own way and there's no one else like you, so you are perfect because you are you. Really cute, a little bit overdone, but I can see how it would be very good for little kids to read this. I gave it 3 stars. Then, the first one that is not a kid's book. I listened to the audiobook of Wearing My Mother's Heart by Sophia Tukur. Oh my god, she said her name so many times during the audiobook and I still don't know how to pronounce it. It's a poetry collection focused on womanhood and how our womanhood has changed as new generations have like grown and new generations have been born. I really liked it. I hated the narration so much, which is really bad to say because it was the actual author who was narrating it. I don't know what it was. I think it was just the fact that they were narrating it so slowly and I was trying to do stuff. I was trying to like clean my room and like unpack my bags and stuff from the trip, that I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the narration. And because of that, I give it 3 stars. Next one was another audiobook, really shit, really bad, called Bugs That Make Your Computer Crawl, What Are Computer Bugs? By Brian P. Cleary and Matthew Gono. Not sure if that's how you pronounce that. It was a very, very short audiobook. It's like 3 minutes, really tiny. It's a kid's book, just telling you what bugs are, like computer bugs. But the narration, dear lord, it was narrated by like an AI bot. It was terrible. Like the content itself was not that bad, but the narration I could not get past. So because of that, 2 out of 5 stars. Then, Everything That's Not the Title, Every Little Kindness by Marta Bertoli? I'm not sure how to pronounce their name. This is basically, it's a kid's book as well, where it shows you that a little kindness goes a very long way and that your kindness will always be rewarded. It's just the most beautiful, stunning book. It's the illustrations are freaking gorgeous. It all has like this tone of gray with red highlights, and it's the most beautiful thing. I really, really love this. I give it 5 stars. Beautiful. Also, you might be wondering, I just realized, like, I'm showing a bunch of kids' books. You might be wondering, what do you gain from this? Like, don't you get bored from looking at kids' books? No. Because I'm studying art, just looking at kids' books, like, usually kids' books have the most beautiful illustrations, and you get to see a bunch of different art styles and these like little cute stories. So you gain a lot just from seeing those, and that is why I'm not mad at all to read kids' books. Honestly, it makes me happy. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Next one. All of a Sudden and Forever, Help in Healing After the Oklahoma City Bombing. This and the other one, The Teacher's March, kind of go in the same vein. I would say that if you're looking for books to read with your infant, maybe don't read these. I would say these are more for kids like from 6 years old to like a little older. You know, just little older kids. There's a lot more writing in these books, and it's a lot more difficult writing as well. Like a lot of more difficult words to understand. So I wouldn't read this with your toddler or anything like that. It's also about very serious issues, definitely very important topics, but very serious. So I would hold off on reading this until your kid is like 6, 7, maybe 8, you know. But the first one, All of a Sudden and Forever, it's about the Oklahoma City bombing that happened in 1995. Both of these are very impactful, honestly. I don't even know how to rate them. I mean, how to talk about them. It's just truly about the bombing, and he does it in a very concise and easy way for the person to understand what actually happened and the impact it had on the community itself and the people who lived through it, the family of the victims, and all of that. And the Teacher's March, oh, I gave that 4 stars, by the way. And the Teacher's March is about this time in the fight for voting rights in America. It's this time where, honestly, I had no idea this happened. But it's this time where a bunch of teachers, black teachers from the school, I don't remember the city where this took place. Let me see if it says on the description. Selma. It takes place in Selma. So it's a bunch of teachers in Selma that reunited. It was in 1965. They reunited and they marched. Even though it was illegal to march, they marched on a city to fight for voting rights for everyone. Because up until then, people would have to take I don't know if it was everyone. What it made me feel like, it was like black people had to do this because people are racist, right? But they would have to take a very difficult test to get to vote, and the test would be like how many drops of water in the Selma River, stuff like that, stupid shit, you know. Very impossible stuff to get right. So they were protesting to get rights to vote without having to take those tests. They even got Martin Luther King to show up and talk to the teachers and tell them why this was a thing that they needed to do. And they actually were heard. They had a very big impact in the rights movement. And they, after a few months, I think this took place in it was either in January or February. And then on August of the same year, the president made it legal for everyone to vote, basically, without having to take a test. So it was actually pretty fast as far as the movements go. It was actually pretty fast for them to be heard. It's very, very interesting, very important to see and read. Again, a lot of writing, a lot of difficult words in this as well. So definitely read this if your kid is 6, 7, 8, maybe. I think they'd probably appreciate it more at that age. So far, that's how many we've read. So that's a total, in case you were counting, that's a total of 9 books, which brings us to a total of, you're not gonna believe this, we have a total of 257 pages read, which gives us 257 candy. Then we got 9 books started, which is 180 candy. 9 books finished, 360 candy, and the extra 15 candy that we got from a few days from doing that task I said, which brings us to a total of 812 candy just today. So, as you can see, reading children books, it's really worth our time. So, that's what I'm gonna keep doing. I think for the plan for today is finishing Galant. I was supposed to finish this yesterday, but I thought if I finish it today, I'll get the advantage. I get like the extra points from finishing the book. Turns out I don't, because for it to count, you would have to have read less than 50%, and I am like at 80% or like 90%. I don't even know. I only have this much left. So that's not gonna work out. But we'll still get like around 50 points from finishing this. So that's what I'll do. I'm gonna finish this book and then we'll see what we do after. We'll probably read a bunch of other children's books. I've also started another audiobook. It's 2 hours long. Well, 2.5 hours long. Let me show you. It's really bad. I'm gonna be honest, besties. It's not the best. This kid, fucking annoying. Everything is a Star Wars metaphor. A little masochist as well. So overall, do not recommend, but this is what I'm listening. Is it gonna focus? Is it not? Hello, camera. Humiliating Walton Blake, it's the name. No, wait, The Humiliations of Walton Blake is the actual name. I am 31% of the way in. It's just about this, honestly, spoiled kid who thinks everything goes wrong for him just because he didn't get a date and because he vomited at school and because fuck knows what. But we'll see if it gets better. But I'm gonna be honest, every single thing that he says is a metaphor for Star Wars. The amount of times he said, Yoda, give me force, I am like, please release me, free me.
Looking all around at the people I see, everybody's living the dream. Starring in the show that we film on our phones, taking photos for pretend magazines. I don't want silver, don't want the bronze. I won't play party, I play the fines. Every time I see a shiny thing on a screen, I think, hey, maybe that could be me. Looking over there at the grass at your place, wondering why it's greener than mine. While you're looking over here at my studio space, wishing that you had that kind of time. I don't want silver, don't want the bronze.
I really want to read this during trick or treat. Trick or treat? That could work. Trick or treat. It is a graphic novel. It is like 300 pages or something, so that would give us 150 points plus 60, which wouldn't be too bad. Also, forgot to say on that little massive clip, 40-minute clip, that I'm gonna be vlogging this whole experience. At first I thought of vlogging the entire month and just releasing a huge video, but I think that might be a little bit too big just because the first clip I filmed was 40 minutes long. So yeah, not doing that. Instead I'm gonna film it per week. See, so you get 4 vlogs for this. I think 4 vlogs. Either way, I'm gonna try for 4 vlogs, so like 1 each week. 9:30, and I think this is where I'm gonna stop for now. I might still read some fan fiction. I probably will, because I always do to fall asleep. But I'm not gonna update you on that today. I'll update you on that tomorrow. But in the meantime, let me tell you what else I've read. Alright, so I've read Brave Molly by Brooke Boynton Hughes. I give it 4 stars. It's about this introverted kid and about how they deal with social anxiety, and beautiful. My compliments to the chef. Beautiful. Then I read Corgi Sprouting Wings, which is the first in the Corgi trilogy. I'm not actually sure how many books there are on there, but yeah, it's the first one on that series by Christian Slade, and most beautiful. It's the art style is like only the inks, and it looks like it reads like a storyboard. So you're looking at it and you're thinking, this is what they're gonna use to make this into a movie. It's fantastic. I really liked it. I give it 4 stars as well. The story was a little average, that's why I didn't give it a higher rating. On the Moon by Anna Milbourne. Just very basic kid story about people going into space. Not the best. I didn't like the art style. Like, as you probably noticed, I'm mostly basing my ratings for these children books on art style alone. Also by story, but like mostly art style, and I hated the art style of this one. It was fugly. So yeah, I give that 2 stars. What else? I think I'm missing something. Oh, You Can't Take an Elephant on the Bus by Patricia Cleveland Peck. Funny. So funny. I actually did like this art style. It was very goofy looking, but so funny, because it was like saying that you couldn't take like certain animal on this transportation thing, and why, and it was done in rhymes. It was just funny. I don't know what it was about it, but maybe it was because I read it after dinner, and at that point I was already getting sleepy, but I thought it was entertaining. So yeah, I give that 4 stars. Did I say that already? I don't know. There you go. I think that's it. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. Okay, so I think that's it. I've also finished Gallant, finally, and that was worth 56 pages. So 56 candy, not too bad. Not too bad if I say so myself. And I think that might be where I stop. Again, I'll read fanfiction, but I'll let you know what I read tomorrow and what I rated it. Yeah. And tomorrow it's gonna be a little busy. I'm not sure exactly how much we're gonna be able to read, because I'm supposed to stream and I'm going out to see a friend. So we'll see. I'm gonna try and take an audiobook while I'm like walking to meet them. So hopefully that will help us. And I'll also try to read a bunch of children books in the beginning of the day, like when I wake up. And hopefully that will be enough, but we'll see. Oh, also, we have a Discord. This competition has a Discord for all of the participants to talk in. And there was a woman saying, I'm not gonna say their name, mostly because I don't know their name, I don't remember. And I can't check, because you guys, I'm holding you guys, right? So I can't check my Discord at the moment. And also, they probably don't want me to mention them by name on this vlog. I don't know if they're watching this, they probably aren't. So we're gonna call them something else. Let's think. Molly it is. I'm pretty sure their name is not even close to that, so we're good. They were saying that they were asking whether it was normal for them to have almost 500 points. And there was another person who answered, Rachel, let's say. I really hope that's not her name. I should probably check. If it was, I'll bleep it out. But yeah, Rachel was saying that she had like over 300 points. And like everyone else was saying, oh my god, you just humbled me. I thought I was doing so well with my 100 points. My 50 points, I thought I was doing so well. I have 1,201 points right now. So, yeah, that's going great. We definitely need to keep an eye out for Molly though, because They read 500 pages in just one day, which is insane. So yeah, we need to keep an eye out for that. I think as long as we read as much as we read today, every single day, we're gonna be okay. Oh, I forgot to take note of the audiobook I started. I started an audiobook. I talked about it on here. It's still very bad. I didn't finish it yet. It's I think I'm 50% done. I don't know why. I'm not gonna take note of it today. I don't think. I don't feel like doing the maths. I'm gonna be honest. So I'll take note of that tomorrow. Good morning. It's Monday and it's almost 10:30. I woke up at 8:30 actually, which never happens. And I've already read some stuff. So let me give you a little rundown of what I've read. So I read this fanfiction yesterday night, but I only counted it today because I didn't want to do the maths. So I read My Honey, My Moon by Simply Smitten, which is a DNF fanfic where they go on fake honeymoons until Dream gets a girlfriend. And then there's like all sorts of like jealousy and stuff. I liked it. I thought I wanted to see more of the angst from George's side, but otherwise, pretty good. I think I'd give it 3.75 4 stars. I don't really know how to rate fanfiction, cause I never do. So I'm gonna give it that. Hopefully I think that's good. And that was 22,514 words, which I don't remember how much it was, but it was like 70 something pages. So there you go. That was the first one. And then I read a few books. So I read children books, of course. I read 5 Flying Penguins by Barbara Barbieri McGrath. Give it 3 stars. It's just about penguins having to run away from seals because seals want to eat them. The art wasn't good enough for me to give it a higher rating. Then I read Shy Willow, which I actually really liked. It's about this shy bunny who lives inside a mailbox, and it's a mailbox that isn't in service anymore, but one day a little boy leaves a letter inside her mailbox, and she receives it and she reads it, and she's like, and it says that the boy wants help, like he's addressing it to the moon, saying that he wants help to make his mother's birthday special, and the rabbit feels bad, so she takes it to the moon, which is kind of funny because there's that Korean thing. I don't know if it's like a Korean story or if it's a Korean myth or whatever it is, but the thing of the rabbit on the moon, you know, the rabbit on the moon, they show it on TV shows, they show it on like BTS music videos, so it was kind of funny to see that in this environment. But again, the author, I don't want to like assume anything, but Cat Min sounds possibly Asian, I'm not sure. Yeah, I really liked it. The end was a little anticlimactic, and because of that I give it 4 stars, but the art style really beautiful. Then I read the 4 remaining Corgi books from Christian Slade. So that was The Cosmic Collector, A Hollow Beginning, The Problem with Potions, and End of Seasons. I gave the first 2 4 stars and last 2 3 stars. Really cute, very like beautiful art style. Looks like a storyboard. It's all done in inks. It's a little hard to read sometimes because the inks are so intense, but it's so beautiful. I really like it. Really like that art style. And also probably not that easy to do. Anyways, that was the books, unless I'm forgetting something, but I think that's the books I've read today. Oh no, wait, I read also What If. Yeah, I forgot I didn't like it. It's very fugly, so I give it a 1 star. It's really fugly, and I think the message, they could have done it in a prettier and better way, more like memorable way. This is just no. And with that little, just those 2 days, I have now read 54 books this year, which is fucking insane. But yeah, alright. I'm gonna get up. Well, I've been up, I just haven't got off my bed. It's, what time is it actually? Is it like almost, it's still not 10:30, but it's almost 10:30. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna stream. Cause I think I'm gonna do my Discord schedule, and then I'm gonna stream in the morning instead of streaming at night, because I don't want to stream at night. Like, my sleep schedule is so good right now, and I know that when I start streaming again, it's gonna get so fucked again, because I stream until 11. Sometimes I overrun, and then I need a few hours to, like, for my brain to calm down so I can fall asleep, right? Makes sense. But if I finish at 11, then that means that I can only do that at like 1 or 2 a.m., which is just not ideal. I like having the morning, I'm gonna be honest, especially during winter. When it's summer, I don't really care, because especially here, it's daytime until like 9 or 10. But during winter, it gets dark so early here. It's still getting dark, like the days are still shortening, but there's a point where days here get dark at 4 p.m. And it's like, if I wake up at midday, then I barely see the sun. So because of that, I want to try and fix my schedule, try and at least a little bit. So I think I'm gonna change my schedule on Mondays and Fridays to be early. Maybe not every day in the morning, probably not, but like earlier in the afternoon, just because I think that would be better, because then I only have one day on Wednesday that I stream later. I'm not streaming today on the afternoon because, I think I said this yesterday, didn't I? I'm gonna go out with Paula. At least that's the plan, unless she cancels. She hasn't answered my messages yet. I think she's still sleeping. So, but the plan is to go out with Paula. I need to go to Goodreads. What? What did I say? No, I need to go to Waterstones to get one last stop, and tomorrow. Okay, so a little change of plans. Paula did end up canceling today, so we're gonna do it hopefully tomorrow instead. So I'm not gonna go out today. I mean, it's already 5 and it's raining, and I just don't want to go outside. It looks a little miserable. So I decided to stay home. I did all of the stuff I needed to do today, and now I'm just reading. I started Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor, how'd you pronounce this? Taylor Jenkins Reid? I hope that's right. I've been reading it along with the audiobook, and I've read the first chapter. So I'm gonna start the next one. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but the first chapter was only 14 pages, so it's not that much. But I'm gonna keep listening and reading for the next few hours probably. But I have a dilemma in that I really want chocolate cake. I don't know if you were here for my 12-hour live stream that I did in August, but I did such a good chocolate cake during that stream, and I'm craving that. I'm craving that chocolate cake so bad. And this is how good the cake was. I never crave cake. Never. I'm not a cake person. I never was. Probably never will be. But that cake, man. That cake had something in it. And I really want it. But I don't know what to do. Should I order, like, people to bring me the cake mixture and stuff? And, like, do it while listening to Daisy Jones and the Six? I don't know. What do I do? Meanwhile, I finished a few books. Let me grab the stuff I finished so I can tell you about it. I read A Friend for Henry by Jen Bailey. Didn't like it too much. The art wasn't that interesting. The story wasn't that interesting. 2 out of 5. And I finally finished The Humiliations of Walton Blake by Alex Wheatle. Just as bad as I thought it was going to be. Honestly, the main character is so fucking annoying. So annoying. Like, his problems get a little bit more serious towards the end, like towards the second half of the book. But still, he makes a Star Wars reference in every fucking paragraph. And it annoys the crap out of me. Like, I like Star Wars as much as the next guy, but like, please, I do not need this. The poor girl that decided to date him. My goodness. Oh, also, did I talk about Nothing Rhymes with Orange? Because I also read that. That was funny. It wasn't perfect. I liked the art style. It was like a mixture between real stuff and like drawn little doodles, because they used the actual fruits or actual images of fruits, like assets of fruits, but then they did like the little faces and stuff with probably digital art, I'm guessing. It looked very fun, but it wasn't anything too special, so I give it 3 stars. Honestly, it's more like 3.5 out of 5. I think that's it. Also, if you were curious, I have so far read 23 books plus the rest of Clint. So, for this challenge. So, yeah, cool. I mean, it's kids' books, but still, this is gonna give me such a push on Minder. So, I'm excited about that. I'm actually gonna catch up with the girlies, which is fun. Right. So, with stuff that we've read today and like yesterday combined, we now have 2,496 points, or candy, whatever you want to call it, which is pretty fun. Nice, very nice. I still, you see, you might think she's a little crazy. She's a little insane. Why is she reading like 14 books a day? Why? What's the necessity? Well, you see, I know there's gonna be days where I just don't want to read, and there's gonna be days where I just can't read because I'm busy doing other stuff. So I'm preparing for those days, because I know those are gonna happen at some point. I've secured the goods. Let's bake a cake. Let's go. I don't think I'm actually gonna film the process because I'm gonna be listening to the book. But I'll show you at the end. Yeah! Ta-da! I just realized I didn't actually tell you the consequence of like the dilemma from yesterday. So, here is the result. If you chose Abandoned Theater, which was what I hypothetically chose, we would have won a treat, and we would be able to count 3 extra points every time we found the word here on a page. For those who chose the Haunted Mansion or whatever it was, they can only count a third of the pages that they've read today, which really sucks. Really sucks. And I saw a lot of people say on Discord that they felt demotivated because of it. So yeah, glad we didn't do that. I mean, hypothetically, if we had, we would have won. Although I don't know how much of a win that would have been. I don't think I've read the word here once today. So, okay, and since then I read one more kid's book called Meanwhile Back on Earth by Oliver Jeffers, which is just a lovely little tale saying how long it takes you to get to the planets if you were driving, and what that is equivalent to if you were going backwards in time on Earth. So we would be like, oh, to get to space, no, to get to the moon, it will take you a year driving. What were we doing on Earth a year ago? You know, stuff like that. And I really like that. Honestly, the art style was really cute. It was kind of like papermation. Is that a word? Like claymation, but with paper, if that makes sense. And very cute. I've also been reading Daisy Jones and the Six, as you know. I'm not sure which page I'm on because I've been listening to the audiobook while I've been doing like the cake and all of that. So I'm not completely sure, but I am 21% of the way into this book. So that's a few pages, because the last time I was reading it while using the audiobook, we were already over on like page 60. So I think we probably are close to page 100. So that's 100 more points that we can count, plus the 20 from starting, because you can start, I mean, you can count as the books you've started once you've read 10% of the book. So there you go. Very nice. Very nice. I think for tonight it's 9:30 almost. I think I'm just gonna stay in bed and read Daisy Jones. I'm really liking this book. The characters are so well written. They feel like real characters, like real people. I keep forgetting that they're not. I keep just thinking, oh my god, this band. Why have I never heard of this band before? It's very good so far. I really like this. Actually, I don't think I ever explained why I'm reading Daisy Jones and the Six. Well, to start off, it starts with a D, and I need that for the Minder challenge. That's read a book whose title starts with the first letter of your name or something like that. So yeah, I needed that. And also I'm reading along with a friend, and here you can see my markings. Supposedly, we need to read up until the marking every week, so on the week we need to read until the first marking, then the second week until the next marking, and like that. But I'm almost on the first marking, and I've only been reading for a couple of hours. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this today. Not today, this week. Yeah. At least that's the goal. Also because my audiobook expires in like 3 days or something, so I need it. I need to finish it. So there you go. That is the plan. Hello. What's it called? Dilemma? The dilemma is out, so we're gonna do that. Let's do it. I think I know the answer. I already saw what the dilemma was. I mean, enigma, not dilemma. What the enigma was. And there's really no way of us losing points, so we're always gonna try and do those. The problem is, most of the time I'm not gonna know what the answers are. But we're still gonna try our best, and I think I know the answer to this one, though I could be wrong. But let me show you what it is. Okay, here it is. So this is the enigma for the first week. It says, organizing a party for readers could be a little risky, especially if we take into account that stereotype that whoever wants to read likes doing it in more silence like places, more chill places, let's say. The good news is that there is someone that has made the ideal space for that. The bad news is that this space only exists in fiction. So there it is, that's the enigma. And here is a clue. It says that it's the last name of that person, all in caps letters, big letters. Now, I wouldn't have known how to solve this if someone on Discord didn't say that this book had a very big controversy on Brazilian Brazilian booktube. I mean, there was a very famous Brazilian YouTuber who read this book and didn't like it, basically, and they said that whoever read it was very dumb if they liked it, stuff like that. It was a very big controversy at the time, and because of that, I was able to search. All I did was I think I put YouTuber brasileiro. I think this is all I wrote. Brazilian YouTuber, book controversy, basically. So what I wrote, wait, I didn't write it exactly like that, apparently, because I wrote it different on my phone. How did I write it on my phone? I just changed the... Is it this? Here it is. So here it is. So I wrote YouTuber books controversy Brazil, and these were the first that appeared. On my phone there's 2 of Flipnet, so I think this is the one. Flipnet, Don't Touch the Midnight Library. I'm pretty sure that's the book. So we're gonna try Midnight Library. I did see someone say on Discord that it's the name of the author. So Matt Haig. Okay, So here it is, Enigma. And there should be a password. Haig. It was just Haig! Congratulations! You found the answer to the first Enigma. Be careful with what you share in the social media to not reveal the answer of the enigma. Matt Haig is the author of the book Midnight Library, about a tormented woman that is transported into a magical library where each book gives her the chance to explore a new life and make different choices. You've won an extra of 120 candy. Let's go. Right, we need to add these points to the Excel. Now, Elga already said on YouTube. What? No, not on Discord, not on YouTube. Elga said on Instagram that the Excel is not really working. Like the Enigma section is not counting the candy, and she said that she's gonna make a new one and fix it. But if we are too lazy to like put it all in the new one, we can just add the points in the extra points category. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on the extra points. That puts us to 3,376 candy. She said that every week there was gonna be a new award, a new thing that we might win. So this week is a 15 euro voucher to spend in this Instagram account, which they make stuff for your house. I think it belongs to Ines Sagres. She's also a very avid reader, and she sells diverse types of candles, of perfume natural candles. That's cool. I really wanna. How do we participate in it? That's what I want to know. I want to know how to participate in it. How do I do it? Cause look at this feed. Are you seeing this? This is such a cool aesthetic. Are you joking? Look at how beautiful this is. I would do anything to get one of these, honestly. If I don't win it, I might have to buy one either way. Like for my future house that doesn't exist yet, and it's nowhere near close to existing, but they just look so beautiful. The plans for today, unless Paula cancels again, is to go meet Paula for, I'm not sure what. We're gonna do something, maybe hang out for a bit, maybe go for a coffee. I'm not sure. Not that I drink coffee, but still. And I want to go to Waterstones to get one last stop tomorrow, and there's a Gilmore Girls thingy, like a little trinket at a Waterstones. I don't know if they'll have it on my Waterstones, but I'm gonna check. And I'm excited for it. I'm also gonna look around the kids section and just read a bunch of the little kid books to gain more points. That's the plan, unless someone stops me. But hopefully I can do it. We'll see. I can have the excuse, I can be like, I'm looking, yes, my coworker is looking for kid-appropriate books for our job, so I'm doing some research, looking for the appropriate ones, but I don't know if they're appropriate until I read them. That's a very bad excuse, but I'll do better. I'll do better if they ask me something. Here is the outfit. I didn't get to wear it in the Netherlands, so I'm gonna wear it now. Ignore my shoes, I need to tie them. I was thinking whether I should tie this up so it cinches my waist a little bit more, or if I just go lazy. I'm not completely sure. This is just very comfy. I also might have to take a jacket, but I like it. And I'm gonna take my trusty Raspberry Pi tote bag that I always wear. It's giving art teacher, it's giving that one teacher from Blue Period, and I'm living for it, so this is the vibe. Now let's go meet Paula. You wanna say hi to the vlog?
Hi, vlog.
Colors all the time.
I don't see colors because words for me have shapes and things. Apparently, it's not normal. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I told you the nature.
I can see that.
I don't get it.
I get it. What's another word? What's another example? Maybe I also have it.
I don't know. Think about it now.
Wait, open it, so I can zoom it.
It has a Billie Eilish. Look, it has good songs.
And then the first.
Taylor Swift. Oh my god. Oh, it has a.
It has a warning.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
This is. I don't think this is the first one in the series. To be fair.
There you go. Wee.
Just came back from Waterstones and I got a few books, so I thought we'd do a little mini book haul and I'll show you what I got. So first off is the books that I said I was going to get. I got Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. This is the paperback edition. I actually really like this edition. I like how this is rainbow. Really pretty. Look at the spine. Very, very nice. So that's that. It's almost 500 pages. And the letters are relatively small, but not super small to the point I can read them. So that's that. Then I got One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. It's the normal edition, as you can see. The edition that everyone knows. This is actually smaller than the other one. It's a little over 400 pages, but that's about it. And the letters are honestly the same size as the other one. Not too big, not too small. There we go. Then I got 2 extra books that I wasn't planning on getting. So here are the new ones that I got. I got If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I'm planning on doing a video about this in the future, so it was a necessary spend, you know? That's what I'm gonna call it. Either way. Just a normal edition. What is this? Oh, it's a dead bird. I just noticed. There's no limit to the damage they can do. I have no idea. I just know it's Dark Academia, so I think I'll like it. And then, last but definitely not least, the most beautiful, most expensive one I got today is this beauty. Girl Goddess Queen by Bea Fitzgerald. Look at that. It looks pretty like this, right? Wait until you see the sprayed edges. This is the Waterstones edition. I think the only difference, as far as we could tell, is that on the sprayed edges it has this phrase. But the book in general is just gorgeous. Because look at it under the dust jacket. Are you kidding? Look at that. That's Hades, the underworld. And then we got on this side Sicily, the human realm, and Mount Olympus. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. And look at the end papers as well, the end pages. Freaking gorgeous. That's what it is. That one, and I think, is this one the same? Yeah, this one's the same. But then, wait a second. That's not all. There are these beautiful fucking illustrations. Look at this beautiful. I'm guessing that's Hades, or supposed to represent Hades. Because then, at the end, we have another one that I think is supposed to represent Persephone. How beautiful is that? So very happy. Also the letters are freaking huge. So I can read this very easily. I'm so tempted to just read it for this competition. But I think it's a fantasy book. I've asked on Discord to see if people would tell me that it's not considered fantasy. But I think they're gonna say it is. If it wasn't, I would no doubt read this for this competition. Because the letters are small and I really want to read it. And I'm really into Greek mythology, especially Hades and Persephone after I read Lore Olympus. So I'm so tempted, man. So tempted to just read it regardless. But if they're gonna say that it's fantasy, then we'll have to read this for Furies. And next month we're reading this one. Most likely we're reading this one. Because I want to read it this year. Elatsue. So, and we're not reading it in December, that's for sure, because I'm not taking this huge, heavy book with me to Portugal. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So, our options are a little limited. So we'll see what the people in Discord say. I'm kind of hoping they say it's not fantasy, because it's Greek mythology. But because it's Greek mythology, I'm pretty sure that they're going to say it's fantasy. We'll see. We'll see. I'm so tempted to just read it. Also, this goes so well with my outfit because I'm wearing all black today. So this is kind of a vibe. Where did my necklace go? Oh, there it is. Anyways, it's a vibe. I really, really like it. I can't get over these. To hell with love. Besties, I almost forgot the best part. Look what I got! I really want to see how this looks. Wait, where do I put you? Does that hold? That holds. Okay. This is a Gilmore Girls little light thing. It's a light up sign that says Stars Hollow. Oh, I honestly, this was one of my main goals today to get from Waterstones, so I'm excited. Let's open this and see what it looks like. I'm not sure if this brings batteries or if we need to go grab some batteries. Oh my god. What is this? All About Stars Hollow? You're kidding. Shut up. Shut up right now. That's so freaking cute. Let's see. What does it say? Introduction. This is backwards for me. The characters, the town, holidays and festivals, and greatest moments. You're kidding. Introduction. Welcome to Stars Hollow, a charming, small, and slightly off-center town, known for green lawns, clapboard houses, and enough quirky characters to fill every hayride, parade, and picnic for miles. It's here that we meet headstrong Lorelai Gilmore, who carves out a comfortable, warm, caffeine-filled life for herself and her equally willful teenage daughter Rory. But when Rory's attention turns from dreams of private school and Harvard to thoughts of boys and adolescent self-reliance, single mom Lorelai begins noticing more of her own rebellious youth only 16 years ago in Rory. Settle in, grab a coffee, and relive the beloved characters in most unforgettable moments from the small New England town we all adore, Stars Hollow. The characters. Does it have pictures? Oh my god. Lorelai Gilmore. Oh, it has a quote from her. What does it say? You have so many years and screw-ups ahead of you. This is so cute. Rory. I need my mommy and damn it, I don't care who knows it. Oh, that's cute. Emily Gilmore. Why doesn't it have a picture for Emily? What? Why does she not get a picture? A grandparent is a kind of parent. Did she ever say this? Did she? Honestly, I don't understand Emily Gilmore apologists. I don't get it. She's toxic. Okay. Richard Gilmore. He also doesn't get a picture. Everyone knows ugly men make the best doctors. Did he say this? I don't remember this. Look. Once Luke Danes is in your life, he's in your life forever. Oh, they put a quote from Lorelai. Fuck off. That's so freaking cute. Lane. Oh, they put. Whoa! Look at the pictures they chose for Lane. So cool. If you're going to get into classic rock, know it. Don't blow it. Okay. Suki. You were a good cake, Clyde. I never should have named you. The town. This is all really cute, man. Holidays and festivals. Kirk in a box. Oh my god, I just saw the name Kirk. Kirk, what are you doing here? Greatest moments to track and fly in. This is so freaking cute. Children graduation. What the heck? Wedding in the square. Lorelai adopts a dog. It's what's his name? Oh my god, Paul Anka. Paul Anka. The Fallout. I don't know how to pronounce words. Anyways, and this is what it looks like. Wait, let me take off the plastic so you can actually see it. Do I need a screwdriver? Excuse me? I don't have a screwdriver. So... Does it... Wait, is it like this or like this? Oh, it's so cute. Even like this is cute. Even if it doesn't light up. Although it would be cool if it did light up. But it's such a tiny screwdriver too. I don't think I have any of this. Can I use a key? Well, I'm gonna have to text the group. See if anyone in the house has a tiny screwdriver. Good morning. I just woke up and there is already a extra candy challenge. Here's the thing. The challenge is, I mean, I know I can do it, but the challenge is if you can read half the number of pages that you read the day before, then you get 80 extra candy. I read 800 and something pages, besties. Just yesterday. So, like yesterday was the day I read the most out of all of the days. So I have to read like 400 pages, which I know I can do. I've been doing it like all of the other days, but still, I am streaming in the afternoon. So, yeah, we gotta like be fast. We gotta do it now, basically. I think the plan is I'm gonna have breakfast just like I did yesterday while reading a graphic novel. Because I read an adult graphic novel yesterday. Wow, I know. And it was worth 100 pages, which is a very big boost to start the day. So I'm gonna do that. I also need to finish a fan fiction, and then I can count those points as well. It's not gonna be a lot of points because it's not that big. And actually, did I finish it yesterday? Maybe I did. I don't know if you noticed, I didn't film anything yesterday because I was feeling under the weather. So that is why I didn't film anything. I think my body is like catching up to the trip. But I feel a bit better today. So hopefully I don't get too sick. We'll see. But I did read a lot yesterday. Let me actually check how many pages I read. 825 pages is what I read. I'm gonna finish Daisy Jones and the Six today. I'm very close. I have less than 100 pages. And yeah, I'm not sure what else. I'm gonna probably listen to another little audiobook. Because yesterday what I did was I read like a normal graphic novel. It was called The Times I Knew I Was Gay. I read it because there was this post that Elga made on her Instagram. She has like this read the difference thing, and I've done it before. I read one of It was also an audio. What am I saying? It was also a graphic novel. A few months ago. It was back in June when we were doing Junathan, and I saw that and I was like, oh, this is a graphic novel, so I can read this easy. So I'll just read it the next day. So I read it yesterday, and I read a bunch of other adult graphic novels. I read The Arrival and Crushing and A Sea of Love. I really liked A Sea of Love. I think I give that 5 stars. That one was my favorite. Cute. The drawings were really cute. What else did I read? I know I read more. I read a couple Johnny Boo stuff, which is for kids, and I read a few other kids books. I don't remember the titles. And because I was feeling very sick in the morning, I just laid down with my eyes closed and I put on a 1.5 hour audiobook called The House. Listen to that while I had my eyes closed. It was about an abandoned house, and it was like a little spooky and stuff. It took place in Halloween, which honestly, perfect time to listen to it. I think I gave it 3 stars. It could have been better. That also gave me 100 pages. That's how I did it. I'm pretty sure I might be missing something, but for the most part, that's what I did yesterday. Oh, also, I think I was gonna try and do the effort in film yesterday about this, but I ended up not. There was an extra challenge yesterday for extra candy. Oh, look what the first post is. That appeared on my Instagram. On October 4th, 1977, Daisy Jones and the Six performed to a sold-out crowd. Brother, how do they know? You know what? Billy looks like Billy from Stranger Things. Okay, here it is. Do you know the book catalog of our partner, like collab? Because she's collabing with Bold Reads, right? I think we knew this. I think I said this. Until 11:59 of today, share on your stories the cover of a book that is on the Bold Reads catalog that you've either liked or that you'd like to read to win an extra of 60 candy. Don't forget to tag Bold Reads. So that was the extra challenge yesterday, and I posted this. Ow. It says I wrote it in Portuguese, god damn it. It says, I've read a bunch of books from Bold Reads, but this was the one that surprised me the most this year. And it's okay, someone's knocking at the door. 1 second. I've returned. One of my housemates ordered a lawnmower. Anyways, the book I was trying to remember is The Fletcher. That's the name in English. So, there you go. I can't believe I read that this year. It seems like ages ago, but it was this year. In the meantime, grab a few slices of cake. Very nice and accidental as well. And let me show you the cover of the book that I'm gonna read. It's by the person who wrote Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, but I could be wrong in saying that. It is this one. A boy, a murder, a girl, a secret. I actually didn't know what it was about, so I just thought this cover looked great. Besties, turns out Cold is not a graphic novel. I thought it was. It's not. I thought we were gonna get those beautiful drawings that she gave us on Laura Dean. It's not that. I'm disappointed. Now I need to find something else. I decided that I'm not gonna stream today because I thought I was doing better, but then after breakfast I was so nauseous for no reason. I have no idea why. So I decided I'm gonna take the day off as well. I streamed yesterday, to be fair. I think the plans for now, I still haven't read too much. I have like 180 something pages, which is not too much. So the plan is I started an audiobook. I don't remember the name. Oh, it's Behind the Screen, also known as BTS. No, I'm joking. But it is called Behind the Screen. And I'm halfway through that audiobook. That's gonna give me 100 pages as well. 108 pages. So I'm gonna finish that while I update my reading journal, probably, just so I don't fall asleep. And then I think I'm gonna finish Daisy Jones and the Six, and I downloaded The Girl from the Sea. Good morning, everyone. Today it's Friday and I need to do some shopping, so that's what I'm gonna do. Ignore my bed, I still need to make it. Okay? Don't look at that. Don't look at that. I'm ashamed. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna take my headphones so I can listen to an audiobook while I'm shopping, and hopefully that will get us a few pages for the day. I'm listening to The Reason I Jump. Okay, so I already thought that today. Oh my god, my hair! What happened? I took a shower. Why does it look like that? I already thought. Whatever. I already thought that today was gonna be a day where I don't read too much because I'm streaming at 3. Also, I had other stuff to do that now I can't remember. Oh, I needed to film the last clip for Galant, like my Galant reading vlog, and I needed to start editing that vlog as well. But now I got even more, although admittedly I don't need to do them today, but still it's stuff that I'm gonna need to research, because the teacher from the Netherlands just called me being like, oh, can you do another quiz for us, please? We need like a different version of the one we have. So I'm gonna have to do that over the weekend because they need it on Monday. I'm just waiting for her to send me like the writing for the quiz. And so depending on when she sends me, it could be today. If she does, I'm just gonna have to start working on it. And my friend, who I often call here a sister because I've known her since she was a baby, basically, since she was born. So to me, her and her brother are like siblings to me, you know? Like, what's the word for that? Like, chosen siblings? I don't know. I know there's a word for it, I just can't remember. But yeah, basically my sister just asked me advice on how to start a podcast. Because she wants to do a podcast and she doesn't know like where to start. And I've had a podcast in the past. Probably not many people know about that here. I don't think I've ever talked about it too much on my YouTube. But me and my friend Bia, we used to have a podcast called A Snake and a Lion podcast, where we used to talk about just pop culture stuff. And we had it for almost a year. We stopped it because we were going into our last year of university and we wanted to focus on getting our degrees. We never said it was like completely done, because there might be a chance that we continue it in the future. We just haven't yet. But yeah, because of that, I have a bit of experience with podcasts. So I think I'm gonna have a call with her tomorrow to show her how it works and what exactly she needs to do. Other thing, pretty sure sometime in the weekend, unless they cancel, I'm supposed to hang out with Bia, the friend that I had the podcast with. So this, honestly, when I said that I couldn't read too much today, it's gonna be the weekend. I haven't even finished anything. I took an audiobook with me when I went grocery shopping. I was listening to, what's the name? The Reason I Jump or something like that, which is a book about autism told from the perspective of this 13-year-old who has autism. And he's just like explaining what it feels like to have and why certain stuff are harder to do with autism than normal people would. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Yeah. So I took that audiobook. I listened to it when I was going grocery shopping. I still haven't finished it. I'm like 70% of the way or something. So I'm close to finishing it, but still haven't. And that will give me 140 something pages when I finish it, plus the 60. But that's about it. I haven't read anything else today. I'm gonna stream in an hour, less than an hour, and I still need to do the dishes. So honestly, I'm not gonna have time to read before. I'm just gonna try and finish the audiobook while I'm washing the dishes. And it's just gonna be one of those days. On some good news, I bought a book. Athena's Child by Hannah Lynn. I saw it. I saw that it's really small, and I needed to buy a new book. This will be, as far as I'm concerned, this will be the last book I'll buy this year. Because I don't want to spend more money and I want to read my physical TBR. But I had to buy this because first it's about Medusa, and I've been wanting to read about Medusa for a long time. So here it is. Listen to the synopsis and tell me you wouldn't buy this. The story of history's most infamous monster and the man who made her into one. Would you not buy that? And look how tiny it is. I can read that so easy. This is like a novella. I know you might be thinking, Greek mythology, it's fantasy. You should read it for fairies. I don't care. Okay? I don't count it. I mean, I'm counting Goddess something, the other one, just because my cousin insisted that I do it for fairies, basically. But I'm not gonna count this one, okay? I don't care. It's Greek mythology to me. In my heart, it's different because I actually am into Greek mythology. So it's different, okay? I know it doesn't exist. I know technically, in theory, it's fantasy. But if we think about it, hundreds of years ago, people actually believed this. That this was true. Like, this was a religion in some sort of way. So if we go by that, then we would have to say that the Bible is a fantasy book, which honestly is true, but but people don't see it that way, therefore I'm not gonna see it that way. Okay, that's my reasoning. Now I'm gonna wash the dishes and put away the rest of my groceries. Hey, go stream. Oh, this is the outfit, by the way. I don't think I showed it. I don't know if I have. Ooh, that is not a good angle. So instead of using my normal shark t-shirt that I use all the time, it's my comfort t-shirt, okay? No one say anything bad. I decided to go for a different black t-shirt. This is my Dan and Phil t-shirt. Shout out to all of the fannies that might be watching this. That sounds really bad, right? I meant this word. I just realized how that sounded. Shout out to all of the Dan and Phil fans in chat. Okay? I was wearing my cat beanie. You saw. Yeah, you saw. I was wearing my cat beanie, so that makes the look a little bit more interesting. Though, admittedly, I only used this because my hair was wet. Because otherwise I wouldn't have. But it does make it look a little cuter. I just realized that wearing a cat beanie while wearing a Dan and Phil merch is just a step up from the cat whiskers. We might get older, but yet we are still the same. Yes, oh my god. Look, it's our guardian angel. On some funner news, we have officially reached that time in the year where it's completely autumn and everywhere in the stores is just autumn decorations and Halloween decorations and autumn foods, and I'm so happy because look at this little guy. Look, doesn't it just give you serotonin to look at this little guy? Look, it's so freaking cute and it tastes so good and it's so cheap. You know how much this cost? This cost not even £2. It was like £1 something for a pumpkin. So it's good time. I bought cheese, I bought camembert, I bought, what else did I get? I don't remember. I bought autumn food is the point of this, okay? And I just, I love autumn so much. I'm like that TikTok sound where Richard goes, I am an autumn. Interesting. There she goes. There she goes again. Which I know it's a Gilmore Girls reference, but it's on trend on TikTok. So if you know, you know. Okay? Okay. Wow. Oh. Hello. There we go. Look at my teeth. It's almost 9 p.m. and there's gonna be a challenge starting at 9. Oh, it just turned 9. So we need to go where from 9 to 10, every page is worth double. So like for example, for comic comics and graphic novels and stuff, I don't have to divide the number of pages. I can just count all of the pages. And for people who are reading normal books, they count double the pages. Initially, I thought I was gonna read Percy Jackson, because usually I read that very fast and I would have double the pages. But instead, because I haven't read much today, I'm gonna try and speedrun a few graphic novels because I can count all of the pages, including children books and all of those things. So that's the plan. So let's read. It's past 10. It's 10, almost 10:30, and I managed to read most of the books I had to read today. I only had like 3 left or 4 left after the sprint was over, so I just finished those very fast now. I finally read The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which I keep hearing people in the UK talk about it, like, and by that I mean like Zoe and Alfie. And I didn't think I had read it, but now that I've read it again, I'm pretty sure I read it when I was a child. Like, it looks familiar. And I also finally read The Gruffalo, which Felipa from Felipa Books really likes. And gotta say, if you're reading it as if you're rapping the theme song from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so fun to read. I actually was kind of sad when it finished, because I was having so much fun just rapping it. We've hit the pages. I've also put off the pages like from Lemon, because I don't know if I talked about this, but I've started listening to Lemon by Kwon Yosun. It's a Korean book about a girl who was murdered, and they don't know who murdered her, and it mostly deals with the aftermath, like how the family copes with grief and stuff like that, and I'm liking it. It's interesting so far. I am 57% of the way in, so I'll finish it tomorrow, but that does mean I read 100 pages of it today, so I noted that down on the Excel as well, put it on the book started, all that jazz. Also, during my sprint, let me show you a few highlights of the books that I read. Well, besides Gruffalo, because that was a highlight, but I didn't read that during the sprint, now did I? Okay, so I read The Gruffalo, The Girl and the Dinosaur, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, The Only Child, The Longest Day. These two were the ones I was trying to say that were highlights. The Longest Day of the Future by Lucas Varela. I have no fucking idea what I read. I'm gonna be honest. I have no fucking clue what happened, but I liked it. I mean, it made no sense to me. People kept dying very violent deaths, but it was fun. I have no idea what the concept was, but I liked the art style, and I appreciated the deaths. Definitely made me laugh. It was so out of nowhere. So, yeah. And then this one, The Only Child by, I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's a Chinese name, Guo Jin. I don't know if that's right. It's a book about the author who wrote it, about growing up in China when they still had that rule of like they could only have one child, and growing up as that one child and just being very lonely. And it's the most beautiful thing. It's so pretty. I love it. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. So beautiful. I also read my first ever Moonmin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Moomin. I read Moomin and the Wishing Star. It was alright. Honestly, for all of the praise that Moomin has, like they have so many plushies and stuff for it, not the best I've read. I'm gonna be honest. It's not that impressive. I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna be the one who says that. And then I also read a few volumes of Johnny Boo. It's not the best comics, but I like the line art. I like that he does it in this dark blue color. I think it looks fantastic. It's very for kids though. It's like, I know I'm reading children's books, but the other ones, at least you get like pretty images and pretty art and stuff. I need to say, The Only Child and The Longest Day of the Future were not children's books, okay? Let me make that abundantly clear. The book where a bunch of people just randomly got unalived was not a kid's book. I know that's shocking, and that was pretty much what I read today. I read that one audiobook I told you about the autism, and told from a kid with autism. So it's just like this interview style type of thing where there's this person asking like questions to the kid, like, why can't you make eye contact? And the kid just answers it and like fully explains how their brains work, like for a person with a very high level of autism. Of course, like autism is different for everyone. Like you can have very, like, I don't know the exact terms to explain this, so I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong terms, but you can have like a higher level of autism where you're like non-responsive, or you can talk, or do certain things, and you can have a less of an intense level of autism where it doesn't really stop you from living. It's just that you kind of do stuff differently. I hope that made sense.